What's going on, everyone? Welcome into a very somber version of the Baltimore Ravens Rundown. I am your host, Joey Peterson. Of course, we're breaking down the news that we all expected to hear, but yet did not want to. At the same time, Lamar Jackson is now officially ruled out of Texans versus Ravens coming up this Sunday in M&T Bank Stadium. Also joining him, not playing in that game, Chidobe Awuzie, he's out with a hamstring. Marlon Humphrey, he's out with a calf injury. Roquan Smith, he's out with a hamstring as well. And Patrick Ricard is still out with that calf injury. He has yet to play a game in 2025. Questionable for that game, Kyle Hamilton, Odafe Owe, Ronnie Stanley, and Devontae Walker. So you got five, if you count Nnamdi Madubuike, 6 players out of this one, 4 players questionable. And all of those players are Pro Bowlers, starters, some of the best players you have on your team. But hey, what do the great teams do? They adjust, they move forward, they win regardless. And I think now we get to see that final test is Baltimore a great team? Or do they just have some great players? That's what this one's eventually going to come down to. Can you win together as a team? Can you step up together as a team? Can this coaching staff pull this team up by their bootstraps when everybody has casted them out to the wayside? Everybody's saying this team's done, this team's cooked, you're playing without Lamar. What's John Harbaugh going to do? What's Todd Monken going to do? I cannot wait to see that coming up on Sunday. Speaking of Sunday, we are going to be live for Cooper Rush's first start as a Baltimore Raven in the regular season, not talking preseason. So make sure you guys join us. The way you go and the way you do that, make sure you don't miss it. You got to subscribe. If you're not subscribed yet, change that. It's free to do so, and you know what? It does not cost you a dime, and you get daily coverage most days, 2 videos a day. So lock us in right now. So let's talk Lamar. It's interesting because after that Chiefs game, a lot of people, myself included, we asked that question, did he just quit on this team? Well, I think the good news, what we can see right now, is the answer to that is 100% no. He is legitimately hurt. And I think it was fair to question that, given the state of the game and given the state of how the team was playing and how the season had gone so far. But now you have that question answered. The next question you have is, okay, where do you go from here? Well, this is the good thing, because this is why you signed Cooper Rush. I'll never forget, you did it in March. It was on a Sunday. And I said on that video, I was in this exact same room we're recording this in right now. I said on that video, God forbid if Lamar goes down, you have a guy that can just essentially be a bus driver. And we knew that because he'd done that with Dallas before. Cooper Rush has been in this exact same situation. Now, when he took over for Dallas, when Dak Prescott went down back in, I believe it was 2022, they weren't 1-3. Their season didn't feel like it was on the line. Regardless, though, I believe he played 4 games, and if I remember correctly, that record of his was 4-1. It's a really good team. They didn't have a lot of starters out. They weren't going through a lot of injuries, but Cooper Rush came in there. He was the bus driver, and he still won them some football games. Will he be able to do that with Baltimore? I guess we're going to find out on Sunday. If I'm Todd Monken, right now, I just picked up my phone. I just called Derrick Henry. He's on my favorites list. And I'm saying, look, dude, get some rest because you're going to carry the ball 40 times on Sunday. And I think it's that simple. I truly do. I believe you can still put points on the board up with Cooper Rush, with Derrick Henry, Zay Flowers, DeAndre Hopkins, Mark Andrews, Isaiah Likely still on that roster. You still have a ton of good weapons on the offensive side of the football. If Cooper Rush can just not turn the ball over, hand it off to Derrick Henry, and get it to the weapons consistently, you're going to score points. The question is, will your defense be able to step up? And that's going to be really hard. If Kyle Hamilton isn't playing in this game, guess who the green dot is? It's Teddy Buchanan. It's a rookie. It's a 4th-round pick, right? A guy who wasn't even starting game 1. That was Trenton Simpson. Now he's the green dot. Now he's relaying the signals. This is where I need everybody to step up. And I said this on Tuesday. I'm talking Zach Orr, Todd Monken, John Harbaugh. This is where this team shows me what they're made of. And usually I don't agree with Cam Newton, with pretty much anything he says when it comes to covering the National Football League. But I will say he did have a good point, and I saw it trending on Twitter this morning. He was talking about Lamar. He was talking about Baltimore, and he said, usually it feels like this year, everybody on Baltimore's team, defense included, is looking at Lamar Jackson and saying, get us out of this situation. And now it might feel a little bit like the responsibility is on them. Everybody's got to step up. Everybody's got to come together. Everybody's got to start making plays. They can't just have Lamar Jackson save them anymore. And let's face it, Lamar even wasn't able to do that this year. That's why he started off 1-3, not because of Lamar Jackson, but the offense was still put in those situations against Buffalo and against Detroit to win those football games, or at least tie those football games. Now everybody's got to do their part. And this is where you find out, like I said in the beginning, what you are as a team. Are you a bunch of individuals, or are you a team that's come together? Because so far it feels like this is a bunch of individuals. That's what it does feel like. That's what they've been playing like. That's why they haven't been able to stop a nosebleed on defense. That's why they've come out flat. They've come out with a lack of physicality. They've gotten pushed around back-to-back weeks, one of them on Monday Night Football, one of them on the road against a team that's had your number for the last half decade. It looked like there was no heart. It looked like there was no effort. And in my opinion, that's the biggest thing I'm looking for. I'm not looking to see what the offensive game plan is. We know what the offensive game plan is. I'm not looking to see what the final score is going to be. I'm looking, can this defense, can this team have some heart, step up, and make some plays? Because like I said a couple minutes ago, at the end of the day, you still got a lot of good players on it, okay? You still have a lot of good players on it. I need to go back and find my spot on who's out, who's in, right? Kyle Hamilton, he might be playing. Odafe Oweh might be playing. Ronnie Stanley, he might be playing. They're all questionable. Looks like Travis Jones is going to be playing again, so you got some help on the interior. And the good thing is you're facing a Houston Texans offense that just flat out, plain and simple, has not been very good. Now this might be the week they wake up, because guess what? Your defense has not been very good either. But regardless, what are you made of? Is the season going to end here, or are you going to give this team some extra hope? The unfortunate part about Lamar Jackson's injury is that as of right now, according to sources, things aren't really looking good for Week 6 Sunday against the Rams. And the Rams, they'll be coming into that with extended rest, and you know they're going to be hungry after dropping Thursday Night Football against the 49ers. Speaking of Thursday Night Football, and speaking of having a lot of fun while watching football, today's episode is brought to you by our great friends at Prize Picks. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement this season on Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. Prize Picks is the only app that offers stacks, meaning you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. Want to pick more on Dak Prescott's pass yards, rush yards, and touchdowns? Now you can pick all of them in the same lineup only on Prize Picks. Prize Picks also invented what they like to call the flex play, which means you can still cash out even if your lineup isn't perfect. You can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. Prize Picks is so easy, guys. My wife plays it. My dad played it. I'm sure if my dog had opposable thumbs, she would play it too. It's simple as this. 2 different teams, more or less. That's it. And if you know ball, like I think you know ball, I like to feel like all the people who watch this channel, they know ball. And if you do, then you can win some money. If you like to play a little bit safer, you can always flex play it, right? Only 2 of those things have to hit. One of them, if you pick the more on Lamar Jackson touchdown still for this upcoming Sunday and he's not playing, that pick wouldn't lose. But I know Prize Picks, they're not even going to have that available because it's the best place you can go on the App Store. So download the Prize Picks app today. Use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. The link to this promo is in the comments and description of today's video. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. So I'm going to leave us with some final thoughts. This is still a winnable game. When I previewed the game on Wednesday, when I posted that video, I said, you know what? I still believe in this team. We've seen John Harbaugh, although we don't love John Harbaugh right now, although our standing with John Harbaugh feels a little shaky and rocky at the moment, we've seen him pull up and win these games before. And if you don't, guys, this is an ultimate desperation spot for Baltimore. Because like I said before, I talked about Prize Picks. They're going to be playing Los Angeles off of a loss on extended rest, possibly without Lamar Jackson. You got to win one of these 2 games. This seems like the easier of the 2 games to win. Sometimes when your quarterback's out, the whole team can rally around each other. They can pick each other up. They can perform. I hope, I pray that is what happens on Sunday. Again, regardless of what happens, we are going to be live, even if every single starter isn't playing. We'll be watching the game, giving you play-by-play, in-depth analysis. So make sure to join us, and to make sure you don't miss it, subscribe to the channel and turn those notifications on as well. So that way, when we go live, you get notified and come in as quickly as you can. All right, that's going to do it. Make sure to follow me on social media. Make sure to like the video, and we'll be seeing you guys tomorrow.